boy, this is my favorite.
TV Crazy Man here. In this video, I take a fun look at every appearance the Castaways made after Gilligan's Island ended.
Wait a minute, you look Marianne? Yeah.
We look at the TV movies, guest spots, commercials, cartoons, and more. Some you remember well, others you may have never even seen before.
You look just like the skipper on Gilligan's Island.
Pretty Cat here, helping out TV Crazy Man. Back in 1967, Gilligan's Island was canceled, not for poor ratings, but to make room for Gunsmoke, because it was the favorite of the president of CBS and his wife. But that wasn't the last we'd hear from the Castaways. They became hugely popular in reruns, especially in the 70s and 80s, which led to the cartoon series The New Adventures of Gilligan in 1975.
All on Gilligan's Island.
The show was produced by Filmation, lasted for a couple of seasons, but it wouldn't be the last time the Castaways were seen on Saturday morning cartoons. It featured all of the Castaways in cartoon form, of course, but was missing the voices of Tina Louise and Don Wells. In 1978, the unthinkable happened. A TV movie was made entitled Rescue from Gilligan's Island. The Castaways finally got off the island for a little while anyway. And this one was a huge event, especially for me back in the day.
Look what I found!
Then, in 1979, the Castaways returned, getting rescued one more time. Now this time, the Howells decided to turn the island into a vacation resort. I think the idea they had was to make it a weekly series patterned off of Love Boat and Fantasy Island, but it never happened. And then finally in 1981, one last TV movie featured the Harlem Globetrotters visiting the island. Sadly, Jim Backus was only well enough to do a short cameo in this one, but he was able to reunite with all the Castaways on a talk show in 1988, The Late Show with Ross Schaefer. Now, Tina Louise skipped the TV movies, and Ginger was played by two different actresses during this time.
Pass. They get it to Gilligan, and Gilligan seems to be absolutely transfixed.
Okay, maybe Gilligan's Island was never known for its continuity.
Hardly ever!
But in 1982, the events of the TV movies were completely ignored, as Gilligan and the Castaways got lost on an entirely new planet. On the Saturday morning cartoon series, Gilligan's Planet. So I guess we'll never know for sure. Was this an alternate history? Or did it happen before the movies took place in the Gilligan timeline? Now on Gilligan's Planet, Don Wells was back on board to do the voices of Marianne and Ginger. For some reason, 1987 was a huge year for the Castaways. They were everywhere that year.
Short trip, long trip. Heck, a 3-hour tour.
That year, Alan Hale Jr. showed up on Growing Pains as a taxicab driver, using the skipper's name, Jay Grumby.
His skipper, Jonas Grumby, is an old salt in these waters.
Like I told you before, that's what I'm here for, little buddy.
No, you look just like the skipper on Gilligan's Island.
Now I would say that this shows us the skipper had decided to leave the island resort, but this turned out to be a dream sequence, which was a pretty popular way for other TV characters to interact with the Castaways.
Oh, I wouldn't know. I don't watch TV much myself.
Also that year, Alan Hale and Bob Denver guest starred on the new Gidget as themselves, but very closely mirroring their Castaway personas.
Skipper?
Don't call me Skipper. I'm Captain Hale.
You remind me of somebody that used to be on television.
You're the guy from Gilligan's Island.
Just don't call me Skipper.
Gidget, her family, and Hale end up washed up on an island where they are rescued by Bob Denver. It was there because he missed being on an island.
Hi, Skipper.
Gilligan! You're a prince.
Well, so are you, Alan.
Gilligan.
Sorry, Skipper.
Great episode. It even had a cameo by the Maytag repairman.
Somebody call the Maytag repairman.
And most of it was filmed outdoors in Hawaii.
Here on Gilligan's Island.
It's Gilligan. The skipper. 2.
Also in 1987, the Castaways, Gilligan, the skipper, Marianne, and the professor all showed up on Alf, in Alf's dream. I told you the Castaways love to pop up in people's dreams, or aliens.
Gilligan!
I wonder, does this mean Gilligan's Island was all a big dream? I mean, the whole series?
Scared the fish. Don't stop calling me little buddy. I'm in my 40s for crying out loud.
Out of curiosity, I looked it up, and he was actually in his early 50s at this point.
Another drink, little buddy.
Don't call me that. I hate being called that.
In the movie Back to the Beach in 1987, starring Frankie Avalon and Annette Funicello, Gilligan and the skipper both showed up.
You could take a couple of these, a couple of coconuts, a piece of string, and make a nuclear reactor. But he couldn't fix a 2-foot hole in a boat. We never had this much fun on the island.
You know, Gilligan even gets the girl in this movie.
I think you're very brave.
Well, almost.
We've got to shove off, little buddy.
Oh, no, not you, not now.
Poor Gilligan.
Now, we'll be back real soon. It's only a 3-hour tour.
It's never a 3-hour tour.
There's one more from that year. Russell Johnson did a cameo as the professor on the New Monkeys episode, All My Martys. But unfortunately, I can't find a single picture or clip. Strangely, it seems after 1987 was over, nothing happened for a few years. At least not in the area of TV guest shots. But then in 1992, Gilligan and Marianne appeared on a Baywatch episode. Now sit right back and you'll hear a tale. Now in this episode, Gilligan and Marianne admit that they love one another and they sail off together. But it turns out to all just be a dream, of course. Sherwood Schwartz, creator and producer of Gilligan's Island, is the uncle of Douglas Schwartz, who is the creator and executive producer of Baywatch and director of this episode. In 1994, on an episode of the Fox series Herman's Head, Bob Denver plays himself selling his book Gilligan, Maynard and Me, and makes a crack about Tina Louise. On the last scene, Bob and Herman find out that they can't get off of a vacation island. Of course, it wasn't a deserted island. Not a real Castaway appearance, but fun references to Gilligan's Island.
Well, I guess I'm really stuck here on the island. Oh, no, please, no joke.
Hey, I'm in the same boat as you.
In 1995, on one of my honestly least favorite series of all time, the Roseanne cast dreams they are the Castaways. And yes, that's Roseanne as Ginger.
That wasn't so bad, was it?
No, that wasn't so bad. It wasn't bad. It was horrible.
And then in a Twilight Zone-like moment at the end, the Castaways take the place of the Connor family. Okay, this next one you may never have heard of before. In 1997, on a short-lived series, Mego, the Professor, Marianne, and Gilligan show up, making this the last time they would perform together on television.
That's the skipper left me in charge.
I seem to be causing trouble here. I will use another frequency.
Hello, this is Gilligan. And what is this again? Hello.
Another thing, when people come up to me and say, "Hey, little buddy," and hit me over the head with a hat, that's not funny. That hurts.
In 2001, Bob Denver, Don Wells, and Russell Johnson appeared on the TV documentary Surviving Gilligan's Island, the incredibly true story of the longest 3-hour tour in history. It runs down, of course, the history of the show and the actors. In 2004, Gilligan's Island was turned into a reality show on TBS. I'm not sure that was a great idea, but then I've never been a fan of reality television. Now sadly, the cast wasn't paid very much, if anything at all, for reruns. So one of the ways they managed to make money off the show was by doing commercials. Like this super fun McDonald's classic TV commercial.
It's great to be back.
Ooh-wee. My, that's a lovely double cheeseburger you're eating, Mrs. Cleaver.
Thank you, Eddie.
Together. I love French food.
Y'all come back now, here?
Friends who've been close in the past can stay close in the future.
Hello.
Gilligan.
Skipper?
I've missed you, little buddy.
Oh, I've missed you too, Skipper.
I've missed everybody. The millionaire.
And his wife?
The movie star.
The professor and
Marianne. You know what we ought to do?
What?
A reunion cruise.
To Yellowstone.
What?
By bus.
Pacific Northwest Bell. We've always been the future.
This pigtailed castaway wore bare midriff tops and shorts.
Who was Marianne? Yeah, and who packed evening gowns for a 3-hour tour?
snack? Caviar, truffles.
Oh, no, dear. It's his gourmet popping corn.
Right. It pops bigger and fluffier than regular popcorn. Most every kernel pops. And you can pop all of this for about the same price as 2 bags of chips.
Call my broker. We'll corner the market.
Pop my gourmet popping corn tonight. It's the best. Or my name isn't Orville.
Hello. Corner market.
Redenbacher.
Imagine yourself on a beautiful island like this one.
Don, this isn't really a tropical island.
Wait a minute, you mean after 30 years I can finally get off? Oh, whoopee!
Buy now and save at Ensign Chrysler Plymouth. Tell them the skipper sent you.
Oh, this is great. If you like TV and movies like I do, now it really pays off. You can win $100.
Food expert recommends Captain D's.
Back here on the mainland, Captain D's broiled dinners are as good as it gets. Hey, it doesn't take a PhD to figure out that's a great deal.
It isn't snow, Gilligan. It's volcanic ash.
Crustacea, or shrimp from the phylum Chordata, subphylum Vertebrata.
Relive those memories every weeknight on The Summer of Me.
Gilligan, will you keep your hands off of that? Please, just once, Gilligan. Just for a favor for your old skipper. Don't touch anything. This is all valuable wardrobe.
I won't.
Well, you always say you won't.
I won't.
But you always do.
Skipper, I promise you, I won't.
Gilligan, next time, don't promise so hard. Well, hi, I'm Alan Hale.
And I'm Bob Denver, here to welcome you to the CBS Wardrobe Department.
And I might add that, well, in real life, Bob is not at all the way he appears in the character of Gilligan. As a matter of fact, beyond being a fine actor, Bob is quite a mature, responsible young man.
Thank you, Alan. And over here in this corner of the wardrobe...
Put it down! Put it down, Can't you do anything right? Now, in here, they research and design and make costumes, and they do it with absolute authenticity.
Right. These days, you hardly ever see an ancient Roman wearing a wristwatch.
Now, for example, these Allied uniforms are for a new series kicking off this fall on Friday nights in the time spot between the Wild West and Gomer Pyle.
The show is called Hogan's Heroes, and it stars a funny guy named Bob Crane, getting laughs the last couple of seasons on the Donna Reed Show.
Now, Hogan and his heroes also live on an island, but it's a very special kind of an island, not at all like Gilligan's.
Let's backtrack just a little bit for some more interesting Gilligan nods and tidbits.
Let's get started.
In 1962, Alan Hale's character on the Andy Griffith Show used his famous Little Buddy line.
How about that, little buddy? Ain't that a good one?
Believe it or not, Alan Hale Jr. called Barney Fife Little Buddy a year before he called Gilligan Little Buddy.
The usual?
Right, Gilligan.
In 67, Hale showed up on a Batman episode as a character named Gilligan.
Hey, Chief, you want me to bounce this guy out of here?
No, Gilligan.
Thanks to Batman, Egghead was fried for his crimes.
Hello, Bart. Hello, little buddy. How are you?
In 69, he popped up in 3 episodes of Bob Denver's new series, The Good Guys. There's a lot of connections between the Wild Wild West TV show and Gilligan's Island. On the episode The Night of the Murderous Spring, the recurring Wild West villain Dr. Lovelace is seen hanging out in Gilligan's Lagoon. And here's another scene from that episode where Dr. Lovelace sinks in the same lagoon that Gilligan himself has sunk so many times before. Here's one from the episode The Night of the Sudden Death. The easiest way to recognize it is the falls that you see here. Dawn Wells, aka Mary Ann, was in the episode The Night of the Headless Woman. Jim Backus, aka Mr. Howell, was on the episode The Night of the Sabatini Death. Also on that same episode was Alan Hale Jr., aka the Skipper.
I'm going to spend a vacation all alone on a desert island. Jim, see you.
Yes, they really did play the theme from Gilligan's Island on that episode. Dusty's Trail aired in syndication from 1973 to 74. It was basically a what if Gilligan got stuck in the Old West scenario. It starred Bob Denver and Forrest Tucker, who sort of replaces the skipper, Alan Hale Jr. Although I have to say that Forrest Tucker and Bob Denver are a couple of my all-time favorites, it just seems like it would have been better to, either team up Denver with Alan Hale Jr. or Tucker with his F-Troop pal Larry Storch.
Any questions?
Dusty's trail includes a rich couple, a banker and his wife,
Ready when you are, Carter.
Then tally-ho!
a smart guy, civil engineer,
If this chemical does just half of what it's supposed to do.
a dance hall girl, and a farm girl.
And your hair. And your muscles.
I think it's in the other arm.
If the farm girl looks familiar to you, that's because she was one of the sisters from Petticoat Junction, actress Laurie Saunders. The blonde who played the dance hall girl, actress Janine Riley, was also one of the sisters on Petticoat Junction for the first 2 seasons. Now obviously they were really going for a Gilligan's Island theme here. I wonder why they didn't just reunite the cast of Gilligan's Island for this.
Why do I ask so many dumb questions?
No, I bet it would have went for at least 3 seasons and millions of reruns if they had, instead of just the 1 season. And I bet you've probably already guessed that it was created by Gilligan's Island creator Sherwood Schwartz.
Understand?
Yeah, now that you've explained it.
It features a lot of Gilligan-like scenarios. Even an escaped gorilla shows up.
It was horrible.
Repeating the Gilligan-Skipper dynamic and coming years before Gilligan's Planet, Bob Denver starred in the Saturday morning series Far Out Space Nuts in 1975, where he basically was Gilligan with Chuck McCann playing the skipper role. It was Gilligan in space without the other castaways. I guess that made it a little cheaper.
We've been driving for 30 minutes and this hexagon hasn't said a thing.
I bet you didn't know that Far Out Space Nuts had in 1975 predicted that GPS and that computer lady that always gets us lost while we're driving.
This is the hexagon speaking. I'll make a 45-degree turn to the right. I'll make a 45-degree turn to the right. I'll make a 45-degree turn to the right. Continue straight ahead. Watch out for the trees.
Go straight ahead. Go straight ahead. Go straight ahead. Make a U-turn and take a right. Go straight ahead. Make a U-turn and take a left. Make a U-turn. Go straight. Make a U-turn.
Anyway, Far Out Space Nuts didn't have a very large budget. Probably a lot less than Gilligan's Island, as evidenced by some of the special effects that were actually funny because they were cheap. Please subscribe, hit like and comment, and share this video with others. Thank you so much. Well, we've got more Gilligan's Island fun facts on the TV Crazy Man channel, and on my Freddy Cat Cartoons channel I've got some funny parodies like this one that puts Gilligan and the Terminator together, and provides an interesting TV theory that explains Gilligan's Island perfectly. At least I think so. So check that out.